Hello, Chaos again. Gabe and Peter. 2080. Oh, I have the highest. Oh yeah, of course I do. Alright, and I do have a loner, a journeyman. I don't want to spend anything. Let's check out the opposing team. Oh, this is like Cyrillic. Can't read anything here. Doesn't matter. Claw. Chaos Warrior, Beastman, Claw. 2 block. This is a blotch guy, ball carrier probably. Mighty Blow. So he's 3 claw, 4 claw guys. Wow. Holy crap! Even before block. So he's all about destroying. 3 rerolls and an apple. 4 fan factor. All right. So what are you buying, my friend? 200 petty cash. Yeah, at some point my winning streak is going to end, right? I mean, I hope the mic doesn't make any sounds now. All is shaking. Alright. Yeah. At some point it is going to end. There were like a few rage quits in there. But yeah, 9 wins so far. Pretty proud of that. But it's not going to last forever. So let's see if we can still keep it going. Or at least score a draw. So yeah, let's think about this. What do I have to do here? I mean, 3 rerolls with 2 block guys isn't that much. 2 Bloodweiser babes. Okay, he wants the Chaos back and a wizard. That's interesting. Okay. The wizard changes a lot, of course. Sadly, I'm already low on men. So this is going to be interesting. If he manages to decimate my players fast, then I might have a problem. A huge problem even. Oh, it's raining. Offense. I don't want him to have have the first strike at the line of scrimmage. I need my players on the pitch as long as possible. He doesn't have a minor though. Just some Chaos Warriors. Mighty Blow, here's one, there's one. 2, 4. All 4 of them. If he's even playing, he hasn't. Oh well, he chose inducements, so he is there. Yeah, but I too have 2 plus strength guys, so that evens it out a bit. This is going to be very different and interesting, no doubt. Okay. Do I wanna get into a brawl with these guys? Do I wanna get the 3 rolls out? Or do I wanna avoid any brawl? I think I wanna score quickly because of the wizard. And then he can counter score and maybe I'll counter score. Or he doesn't score at all. At least the wizard is out of the way. He doesn't have much of a ball handler, many ball handling skills, except this guy. I mean, I don't have tackle sadly, but well, you can't have it all. Right. So let me see. Surfing is not an option yet. Maybe later at some point. The loner shouldn't be here. Let's put him there. And yeah, the sidestep guy. Now I have finally a guy that can stand here at the sidelines. Who will be the ball carrier there? One of those two, I think. Let's not put her too close to the edge. And you stay there. You don't have any frenzy, do you? No, you don't. Okay. Let's see what the rain does if it stays or goes away. Okay. So that's good for him. The ball is ouch. Oh boy. He might go out, or he might be at a nasty spot. Thankfully they are not that quick. They do get a free blitz though. I don't like that at all. The claw guys. Oh, you're attacking the witch elf that has blotch and armor value 7. That means you wasted your claw. And it's not that easy to succeed. I'm okay with that. Ah well, he did succeed though. Please no early injuries, thank you. Yeah, that's not worthy of a... Yeah, that's what I feared. Okay, so he's feeling pretty confident now. He's thinking, oh wow, look at me. Look at my strategy working. Going all in on the bashing. That might be a serve. One. Yeah, too bad she cannot reach. No, she can't. So sadly that's not a serve. Since the rain seems to be staying, I have to bring more people back to protect the ball. I might not be able to pick it up. Oh, it's a touchback. That's interesting. Oh, right. Who do we want to give it to? I'd say to him. He's almost there. Okay, that changes things a lot. Let's go... No. Let's go here. I have to blitz him, obviously. We go here. Yeah, so, do I really want to go into this brawling mess right from the start? I'm not sure. The mighty blow guy, that's dangerous, but it's a loner and I need to do something there. He doesn't have... shit, that's a going for it. Block, so... Yeah, alright, let's do it. Well, what a start. Isn't that great? I need to free up some people here. Follow. Sorry, I'm not talking much, but this is very delicate at the moment. If this fails, I might be in a world of trouble. Follow. Yeah, let's just go there. How far can we go? How far can he reach? Quite a lot. Do we want to risk this? Man, this is ugly. Yeah, I think I wanna. I might even wanna go for this. Hopefully they cannot reach that. Good. He can... Yeah, we have two guys that can reach. Okay, so... As you can see, this is a replay. The game... yeah, well, it was my external hard drive. Somehow it disconnected for whatever reasons. It has its own power source, so that shouldn't be the problem. It is now connected to a different USB port, but well, I don't know. Just random technical difficulties. So this should be way quicker now since this is a replay. Let's see what I can see, what I can say to the game. Yeah, it's still 0-0. So obviously this is not live, and I'm recapitulating what I went through here. This was a pretty difficult game. Yeah, I'm just running through here trying to get the blitz, the lightning bolt to either occur or yeah. I marked some guys, but two guys are free. That was not a good play by me, but I gotta say I was at this point. This is when I noticed that the recording wasn't working anymore. I was pretty distracted by that, and I tried to use a different recording software like OBS and so on. So while I was playing, I was doing all that other stuff on the side, you know. So I wasn't really concentrated at this point. Anyway, luckily I managed to survive that attack. And yeah, we'll see how the game goes from here on. All in all, the whole game wasn't that easy for me. That much I can already tell. So what he's doing here now, he's like putting me in a vice. So I cannot move back or forward. Picking up my players down here. That is the obvious move. She's free and she's strong and can also serve potentially. That doesn't happen though. That's fine by me. No, she couldn't serve. It was too far away. That was already going for it. I think so. That the dodge succeeded, and now we're leading with one touchdown, and it is the second turn. And now it is his move. He did some early damage, which is pretty much the worst case scenario. Yeah. So by the way, I hope this is like the media player now. You can see the menu down here, and I hope this disconnect doesn't occur from now on anymore, because that makes at least all online games really difficult to record otherwise. Wow. Yeah, well, so that's the setup. As you can see, a lot of claw and mighty blow, and there's the pitch invasion. I do have a higher fan factor, but still I do get more stuns here, and Yeah, it's pretty open here. Another stun. Almost no one is left standing here. And an injury on top of that. In the second turn of his second turn, so that's I really got like worried at that point. Obviously. I mean, it's good that we're leading, but yeah, he's not even rerolling that, I think. Let me see the rerolls again. 2-2, I think not. And so he's pretty confident at the moment, because I wouldn't, like, I tried a team like this, but I wasn't too pleased with that. Like start with the bash skills like claw and mighty blow and so on, but I think you gotta really go for a block first, otherwise you just need so many rerolls. Sorry. I hate it when other guys are coughing into the mic. Sorry. Yeah, so normally that doesn't pay off, but in this game he was really giving me a run for his money, my money. I don't even know the idiom or the expression. So he's seeking to bash. You see, I put him here just like in general to close a certain area, but he's connecting there. He really wants all the fights, and he even gets like 3 dice against me at some points. Yeah, he's really trying to decimate. Not a reroll that one. Really trying to decimate me here. And at first I thought he was like that was a pretty silly cage. But it isn't. It is a somewhat decent screen, even if it doesn't look like that. Because if you jump through here, you will still jump into a tackle zone, and the way around here is, yeah, well, we'll see. It is not perfect. It is a screen, not a cage, but still. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my men back into play after they have all been stunned and lying on the floor there. And there he comes, going around here carefully, like every dodge. I'm contemplating if I want to continue that move. Already started as a blitz. And then just 3 tackle zones on the ball because it's raining and there's a -1 on picking up. And so 3 tackle zones on the ball is better than trying to pick it up. Yeah. So this looks a bit better now since the ball is knocked loose. He's not playing it perfectly safe. Another big hurt here. The next injury. This is why I'm almost hoping for my at least her for those players to die, because another KO, man, I'm really getting beat up here. Because so much team value goes out, and she only has armor value 7, so that's a ripe target, you know. Yeah. So I mean, it's cool if you can attack and surf one on your own, surf a guy on your own, but the price for that is really high, too high in my opinion. So I'm not going to exactly sell her, but I'm already calculating to losing the witch elf, and I won't be too sad about it. I really gotta be honest here. If she finally dies. The strength lineman might be a little bit different, because at some point I need a strength guy later on. At least one. So he has armor value 8, that's a bit better, but armor value 7 and strength is not a good idea, I think. So what's happening? It's just a brawling fest here, going round and round. The block guy And he doesn't even move. He just uses that for the horns. He just wants to kill me, basically. And he's pretty successful, I gotta admit. I wouldn't have thought that at the beginning of the game that it was that good. So here I decide to step onto the ball so that it gets scattered, and it gets, luckily it gets scattered into my hands here, which is pretty awesome. Considering how many of his guys are standing here. So I have a chance to like score again there. But this is what happened. I dodge into a tackle zone. That's a reroll, and it's the last reroll, and that's the end of that move. We're getting close to the end of the first half here. This is the 6th turn. And he has to think about putting one in scoring position down there. This is for the Beastman with 8 movement max. That is, yeah, you really gotta keep that in mind. So next turn there definitely has to be one down there in my half. So he has got the ball again. It's not super secure at the moment, but he just keeps on bashing. All my guys are connected here. The sidestepper was pretty valuable in this game. He really annoyed, even though he got beat up like 1 or 2 times, like here. But he was very valuable. Now he can attack. He's lying right next to the ball carrier. There you go. There's the potential scoring threat. So this is not turn 7 though. Otherwise I might have gone for him. So this turn I just go for the ball carrier. Knock the ball loose again. And it scatters into 2 tackle zones. That's no good. Dodge out there, and yeah, I'm already thinking about the scoring threat here, making it even more difficult for the catch that is already more difficult because of the rain. And he keeps on bashing, so this is basically a race. Is he going to outbash me or not? And yeah, so far 3 guys were out. I did use the apple on the witch elf, by the way, even though it was not a it was just a badly hurt, and she wasn't really injured. I mean, she was injured, but not like permanently. But I kind of had the feeling that I needed her to otherwise, first the man count, my team would have been too decimated, and also one, if not the strongest player at the moment in the team, and probably even also the most expensive one. So I really wanted her to come back in the next half. Yeah, so it goes round and round. He grabs the ball and doesn't like really cage, and I knock it loose, and then he keeps on bashing all my guys. I jump out of some balls, and that's how we end up here, like 4 tackle zone of his players there. It's looking somewhat okay, but the pass will be without a reroll. He still has the mage though. He is just annoying him, that sidestepper. So that's totally open here now. The bashing goes well, but will the pass or the handoff go well? That is the question, and here's the answer. He doesn't even get to pick it up. I could have, at one point, I could have counter-scored maybe, so I don't know. it's like I said, it was a difficult game for me. It went like back and forth, and now we have three rerolls again, and I'm still fearing that wizard, and I'm down on players. I think 2 or 3 are out. Let's count here. I don't have any substitutes. 6, 8. So 3 are out, and good ones at that. The loner is still in, and I decide to split them up a bit so that he has to invest more players here at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, and we're hoping for the best. I'm still leading it. Then both get an extra reroll, which is good for him actually, because he needs those more than me with only 2 block players, and that is what I was hoping for, like to lure out the rerolls. And at this point, I kind of didn't even think about that anymore. I gave up on that idea, and yeah, we will see how the game develops. So there's another blow to me. That's another KO. So far I haven't KO'd or injured one of them. Some level 8, but there are also level 9 guys in his team, so I don't know. The statistics are, we can will not see that later, but the statistics were mixed. I remember that. He had like he had like a lot of ones, and like twice as many as the next one, so as the next number. So he failed a lot. He was pretty unlucky with the rolls, and I, on the other hand, wasn't exactly lucky with the injuries and chaos. I mean, that's partly also because how he developed his team. So that was the purpose of the skills he chose. There's a way free to the ball carrier, and I take it. And this is very risky. At this point, I expect her to die. I said that. I talked into the mic and I recorded that, but I just have the audio, and it is pretty horrible, so I'm redoing that. I think it's better. So at this point, I said, okay, she will die now, and I'm okay with that. And look at that. She totally gets surrounded and gets like 3 dice against her. Really brutal. Yeah. And she goes KO pretty early in the second half, so that's that's really tough for me. I'm thinking, man, how can I even survive this? All my good players are out, and I'm so decimated. So what I do here is, as you can see, there's no connection with my pieces with his guys. I'm not really marking anyone at this point. This is just to counter just to attack the ball carrier again. He's not completely guarded, and this time he gets lucky. More or less, there were enough people of his standing around there, and he instantly catches it. So he's still at 4 rerolls, and I'm at 2 rerolls, so that's not looking good. At this point he wrote in the chat like, that might be a draw would be fair, and I said like, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I wasn't exactly optimistic at this point. And yeah, I basically was in waiting mode. I mean, it also depends on when he scores, I will at least have a chance of a one-turn touchdown. With that few players, on the other hand, that is probably not realistic. So, yeah. Another one goes down. But he's not really... He's a bit too confident, I think. He's always... Just a tiny hole is always there. He's keeping it open, so... That's what I'm going for then. Jumping out, jumping in. Cancelling the tackle zones there. And the ball is knocked loose again. And at this point I also get a bit upset that he doesn't have any problems with the rain here picking up the ball. And this is the man of the game. If I could choose the VIP, for me it would be the Dr. Issels here. Look at him. He's going closer and closer to the ball, like wandering. And they're kicking him around. Keeping everybody busy. And being just a pest. Not much better here. And then he gets his first reroll. Yeah, that's also a thing that I said. Man, he could use more of those rerolls because, yeah, there, finally he uses it. In the end, he does almost... He just has two players with block, right? So, by the way, the game later... We won't see any team or statistics, or the team or whatever, but there weren't any, what's the word, level ups, as far as I remember, so you're not missing anything there, and yeah. So that's always the same thing here, right? He bashes everybody down, grabs the ball and leaves an opening for me to attack. And then I knock him down, knock the ball carrier down, and then the whole thing starts anew. At this point I didn't get any more injuries. I mean, I'm not sure, maybe later, chaos or something, but not like really brutal injuries, so... I think. Oh yeah, there's a fireball, finally. That hits pretty good, but those are only stunts, and it was at the end of his turn for whatever reason. So I'm glad that this is out of the way. And I'm just I'm just sprawling around a bit. This does nothing. This is absolutely, yeah, just jumping out, disengaging, and then putting more pressure on the ones that are already marked, and staying in front of the ball here a bit, waiting for the other guys to get up again. 3 rerolls still. The thing is, we are already at. This time not stepping on the ball, because there are plenty of the other guys here, just going back. So he has to think about like picking up the ball finally, and yeah, there he goes. The same thing like in the first half. So now I have to think, finally another reroll, and this one also fails. Now I have to think about, again he manages to pick it up, so with the other guy. I have to think about whether I want to like attack the ball carrier or just the guy that he can pass to, like the scoring threat. And I reroll with that's my first move. I attack with a no block guy, I reroll, and it's still both down, and I instantly lose a turn. Completely wasted that turn. And he just moves on, and that is, I think, going for it. I'm not even sure. Well, he's lying down and there's one guy in scoring range. It's turned 15 and 16 for him. So I think I should go after this guy, but what happens is my reroll is gone here, and again I fail. So much fail here at the end. So here's a chance to like draw the game in the end here. And we will see how this turns out. He gets to grab the ball. He cannot go there on his own. It's too far. And he has to give it to him. That doesn't happen though. So, yeah. That is just my turn. That was a good coach. I'm not doing much here. I'm just fumbling around. That was the wrong move, by the way. And right, I could have maybe had a chance of scoring myself here, but not like that was dumb. Well, could have scattered otherwise, but other way, but yeah. Oh, we can't see the statistics. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, so sorry for the odd thing here with the replay, but it's the only way I can show you the images. I don't have, I didn't record it, sadly, so I think this would be the best solution. Yeah, so those are my rolls, and they're pretty even. His were like not good. Yeah, alright, thanks for watching guys, bye bye. We won 10 times in a row.